All right, hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here. I'm just doing a video tonight. I'm here on the air. It's late night, 10:12, a little after going into Wednesday, and we're just doing a recap of the markets. This is the futures right now. The futures have pulled back, closed the gap. Well, we didn't really have a gap, did we? We just kind of pulled back to the close. Tradeometer's working well overnight. Got a couple bounces. We have a little downward channel. We pulled back to the close. We had some conversation earlier today. But the one thing I wanted to mention, that's why I decided to do this video, is just to kind of go over my thoughts going forward with the trade talks. I think that plays out until next week. So I think there's downward pressure. If you take a look at the daily stochastic rotation, we did get back down right to that red line, which is the 20 line. But typically you want to see it go through that. And once it starts to lay on it, you kind of get that gray area that can continue to push down or it can bounce. It's not the pure signal I want. I want to get a nice flush through it, and then we can get that bounce. And the 60-minute time frame, so we had that nice flush, and then we had a little kind of consolidation, low, smaller range day, spinning top. If you go into those candlestick things, it's kind of a spinning top, which I don't pay attention to that candle. But the hourly becomes more interesting. As you can see, the hourly here has been very, good in predicting the shorter term time frame movements. Overbought levels. Once we get above that 80, it's been, standard procedure is to kind of rotate down. In the uptrend, we did rotate back down, but it wasn't that much, Either way, now that we're in a downtrend, the downtrend could actually lead to a more aggressive sell-off. When you're in the uptrend and you're getting a pullback, you're still getting a little pullback, a couple candles, but that's all it is. When you have a downtrend, the move is just like the uptrend move here. With the turn back up, you get a much bigger move on an upside. When you have that downtrend, you have a much bigger move on the downside. So you can see that 60 minutes just rolling over. So that's a negative. And again, it all comes down to the Trump comments, the trade war comments. My guess, and I put it on record here, is that this is going to be a well planned out play here. That he knows how to get everyone a little concerned and then come out on head and kind of take credit for everything. And this will be good for the election as we are approaching those midterm elections, and they're going to want that market to be higher. The daily, if you look back at the daily, 2874, it's not that far above us. I mean, the big picture, this is not much of a pullback. So with all is said and done, trade wars and everything, we're so close. We're hanging around, We're hanging around these highs, and that's a great sign. We're not really selling off. There's no real fear in this market. It's just, kind of a tactic here. And the market's barely believing it, I think. It's like, all right, yeah, we believe it. Maybe we're a little. So I think we actually kind of drift lower as this comes down to closer to the deadline. Deadline's next Friday. Chinese tariffs next Friday. So that will be the deadline, and I'm sure whatever happens from that point on will go according to plan. If there is tariffs, they'll probably expect something to. I don't know if the market's going to expect a deal here, or is it going to be? Is it already going to be priced in because the market's going to pull back into that? The 12th hour. They're going to bring it right down to the edge. We'll see. That's what I'm looking at. Just want to put out a fast video. We're expecting that tomorrow, maybe the next day. The only thing that's going to change that, I believe, is the just news flow. And if there's any news out there that kind of sheds some light on this, eases the fears, then expect a rally. Simple as that. So that's your game plan, and that's where you're laying. All right, I want to get that out. Less than 5-minute video, sending it out. Take care. Tune in. DayTraderRadio.com tomorrow.